Hello everyone, and recently I got to see the new Fantastic Four, or the new fourth installment of the Fantastic Four, or the fourth, not really the fourth installment, it's more of the fourth attempt of making a Fantastic Four movie. And out of all of them, I don't know if this is the best or worst. I may be the only one who say that. Like, I don't know if this is the best or worst of them, because the other ones, they may be just as bad on certain levels. And I will just straight up tell you guys this as it is. First man to the review is that this movie, it fucking sucks. It sucks so much. It tries to be the new Dark Knight. Instead of being fun, I don't know, something like that, it tries to go very dark, very brooding, and tries to be very much the new, like I said before, the new Dark Knight. Now, essentially, I'm not joking. I feel dirty for saying this. I feel like I want to take a shower for saying this, but I have two things I want to say that I kind of do like. Holy hell. Number one, the cast. The cast is really good. You got Jamie Bell, you got Jamie Bell, you got Jimmy Bell, you got Miles Teller as Mr. Fantastic, you got Jimmy Bell as the Thing, you got Kate Mara as Susan Storm, and you got Michael B. Jordan as the Human Torch. And you also have Toby Kebbell as Dr. Doom. Now, the cast, either they do a good job or not, is that they're a damn good cast, and I think all these people are great actors, and they've given great performances in the past. That's one thing. And the other thing is the design. It may sound really weird, or you may just say, oh, I just like style, and who the hell doesn't really? But I will say the actual costumes they have when they're wearing, except like one of them is like on fire, and the other one turns invisible, one of them turns to complete like piece of rock, essentially. Like the uniforms they have and the way they kind of look, like admittedly the Thing, of all these characters, at least the Thing looks aesthetically pleasing, and the uniforms they wear is actually not bad. Like I said before, I feel legitimately terrible for even saying something good about these movies, but that's what the video is telling. The video is essentially telling what's wrong with Fantastic Four. Or not really review. No. This is overall things a review of the movie. And those are only two things I have to say about this movie. They're kind of like glimmering. However, here's the worst things about this movie. Number one, the direction. I've heard that the director has come into making this film drunk, high, and very, very upset within making this. It seemed like whenever he was in studio, it seemed like he had just had no sense of control or serenity, or even a great certain type of focus to go towards. It seemed like he didn't even care about the subject matter of what was at hand. I'm sorry. It's like, if you really do care about what you're making here, then you should take more precaution and more love for what you're doing. And the way the director did this, went upon of making this, the director Josh Trank, who I do really, really like. He directed Chronicle, and I love Chronicle. I really love Chronicle. That's such a unique film. But yeah, the direction and the focus where it was trying to go towards, it just seemed aimless. It's like letting a bull charge through a china shop. There's no clear direction. There's nothing they want to succeed going through. It's just going into a movie blinded. And a lot of filmmakers use storyboards. but it's so clear. There's at a certain point, like I think like 30 minutes in, you're just like, okay, there's no real focus. They just want to show superheroes and what happens and how they get their powers, essentially. And yeah, that's just done terribly. The second thing that's done wrong is trying to set up this new like Marvel Cinematic Universe type of feeling. Like nothing in this world felt, to put the word, real, and it never felt like it was trying to be its own certain thing. It was trying to do the same thing with, like how they did with The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now, granted, that's a very divisive film, but at least in Amazing Spider-Man 2, where it's clearly trying to set up more, that at least Amazing Spider-Man 2 at least had a certain type of a focus and an idea of what I wanted to accomplish. But this movie, is like the dialogue. The dialogue, man. It's not normal. It's very much not like, two people sitting down and they would talk on the couch today. Alright, no, it's like basically it's set up. It is talk of the future, and I understand that for certain scenes, of course, but if that is your dialogue all the way through 100% of the movie, just trying to set up a new Marvel Cinematic Universe type of feeling for it, then that just feels like A, you're trying to copycat off of the Marvel Universe, and B, it feels like you're being cheap. And it seems like you're literally leeching off of someone else's success. Why would you do that? That's so shameful. That's so disgraceful. That's so stupid of you to do. And it infuriates me as someone who loves films, and I see filmmakers out here in the world creating shit like this, and it really pisses me off. This dialogue alone, it's not normal. It's just not normal at all. It's very much, what we're going to do for the future now. Everything relies on the future balance. I'm like, no, just talk about what's going on. Talk about your powers. Just say, how cool it is. And even when they do just simply talk about certain normal things, like ever so rarely in the film, it feels flat. There's no humor with it. It doesn't feel genuine. It doesn't feel like it doesn't even feel authentic or genuine. And that's a true crime against any screenwriter out there. It's just terrible. The characters, like I said before, the cast is very good, and the characters who they played, who they wanted to play, were good characters to begin with from the comics. I do really like the comics. But it's like, like Michael B. Jordan as Johnny Blaze. The Human Torch, or Miles Teller's Mr. Fantastic. Is like they're done. It's like that sounds great. They're great. They're great actors, and you have them in these great roles, but you don't use them to their full potential. And that's so shameful. How you can just waste someone's time and effort putting what could be a good performance if they were given the right direction in the movie, but they weren't. It was so clear as crystal they weren't. And they completely bastardized Dr. Doom. They took one of the most cool, chilling, and creepy characters from the Marvel villain, from the area of the Marvel villains. They took one of the most notable, or one of the most iconic, and made it into a complete other fucking joke. And it is terrible. The way he looks, like the mask, it looks like a plastic mask. It looks like a plastic, like, type of mask that is just terrible, and it's aesthetically not pleasing to the eye. And it looks dumb, it looks cheap, and it looks terrible. It looks absolutely terrible. Just Dr. Doom, oh my god, like, at least with the other with the others, you could tell what they wanted to do, but they were given their full potential, and they were good actors. But with Doctor Doom, all you saw was a hood, cloak of Doctor Doom, and like the something like the face that they had for him, and it didn't work. It just didn't work. And let's just talk about the worst thing overall, which is the CGI. The CGI. Now, granted, the designs, like I said before, for the characters weren't bad, particularly with the Thing. I liked how the Thing actually kind of looked, but the CG is complete disaster. It's terrible. It makes 300 Rise of an Empire look like Interstellar. It is unbelievable how terrible and atrocious it is. Like, this movie had a decent budget, but there's some moments where you can actually see where they would, like, essentially scratch out on the green screen and put in what they need to put in for, like, the CG ideal. And it looks terrible. It's so freaking obvious. You know, granted, I never worked with CG, but I can at least tell what is even the most simplistic things for CG. And you could have anybody for that. And there's a very, very, I wouldn't say controversial, but there's that infamous scene in the movie where the Mr. Elastic Man, I forgot his name, Mr. Fantastic, like, there's a scene where he stretches himself out, and he stretches his face, or like basically reshapes his face into someone else's, and that scene alone is one of the top tier worst CG effects I have ever seen. And I've seen my own fair share of ridiculously bad movies, but that takes the absolute cake out of them all. It really is astounding, and it really is shocking and unbelievable how they would waste such potential. It was just everything they could have done something good here. They really could have. I thought that the dark age of bad superhero films were done. Like, granted, Iron Man 2 isn't that great. I personally don't like Captain America. I mean, I don't love Captain America First Avenger, and Amazing Spider-Man 2 wasn't that great, but even though, like, I do not like Man of Steel or The Dark Knight Rises, but at the very least, those films were trying. Except Man of Steel, because that was a piece of shit. But I thought we were done with bad superhero movies. I thought we were done with Batman and Robin and Daredevil and Spider-Man 3 and just so many terrible superhero movies. And with this new era of superhero movies, granted if they're good or not, they're at least they're at least at the very least they're trying. But no, this fucking piece of shit, this comes DOA on arrival. I saw the trailers. I actually legitimately got hyped. I wanted to see this, but in the end, it wasted so much just fucking potential. And I'm extremely frustrated. Just seeing a film like this, it could have been good. We had a good director, had a good cast, and good designs. But no, this fucking piece of shit movie came into Hollywood and say, haha, you thought you could do some with all these superhero movies nowadays, you thought they were great. Well, here comes our movie, and it sucks. It sucks so hard. Guys, aside from those two things I just said, like, you do think this movie does have a good cast and good designs, that still doesn't count. Remember when I said, during my Pixels review, when I said that movie was the worst movie I reviewed on my channel? Not anymore. This movie, it doesn't even deserve to have a rating. It's that terrible, and there's two things I said cannot save it. Even if the director put his life on this film, put his own risk of life on this film, he couldn't have saved it. He couldn't have. And in the end, we get one of the worst superhero movies of all time on the same level with Daredevil and Batman and Robin. This movie sucks. It's one of the worst superhero movies of all time, and it gets a big, fat 0. Nothing more, nothing less. And to be honest, here's hoping that Daredevil, Season 2, and Deadpool and Marvel Cinematic Universe, and even the future DC movies, at least those movies have some degree of effort. But not this movie. It's one of the top tier worst movies I've ever seen of all time. And this movie infuriates me to my very bone core. In the end, Fantastic Four is a fantastic fuck you to every comic book fan out there. Because we all got screwed. We got screwed from a very good comic book series created by the greatest comic book person of all time, Stan Lee, and we got one of the worst of all time. Is this the worst of the Fantastic Four movies? Yes and no, because it actually does succeed in what others have done. Like, it has better design. Okay. Like, it has better design and better cast. But it tries so hard to be serious. And I don't think saying, oh, the other ones, like, they were stupid, but they were campy. No, that doesn't even help their argument. Guys, I'm truly at a loss for words. This is the worst movie I have reviewed on my channel. And I guarantee you, when I make the worst of 2015, this will be number 1. The worst of the year so far, and it probably will be the worst of the year. I'm just shocked at how terrible it is. I'm really I'm amazed of how terrible it is. And there's nothing forgiving about this film. In the end, this is one of the top tier worst comic book movies I've ever seen. And Fantastic Four is nothing more than shameful to everyone who loves comic books and comic book movies. This movie is poison. Don't see it, and you will not like it. Even if you think it's just don't see the damn film, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth seeing.